Yo, what is going on, everyone in the XRP community? Hope you guys are having yourselves a fantastic day today, as usual. Just a fair warning, I did not get any sleep last night, and I am not exaggerating. I am being completely literal in the fact that I did not get any sleep last night because Cobb's wisdom. I ended up having multiple caffeinated beverages around nighttime, and good God, yeah, I didn't sleep at all. So we're just pulling an all nighter, and once I get done with this morning's stream, I'm just gonna try to stay up as long as possible. Probably go to bed around 4 or 5 p.m. Try to get like a nice 15, 16 hours of sleep so I can catch up. So if I am a bit ruthless today's stream, you guys know why. So, I actually do have some pretty good information for you guys today. Nothing crazy, not any game-changing information, but again, something just worth going over about another addition to the XRP ecosystem. So, real quick though, before we get into that, Thanksgiving season is over. I don't think I have streamed since last Tuesday, and I gotta say, guys, it is nice having some time away from the crypto space during the holidays, but at the same time, I do really miss it because the thing about the daily streams is it really does add structure to my day, and that's something I do need, considering staying home practically 24/7. It is nice to have that structure in the day, right? So, first thing, let's go ahead and take a look at the XRP to US dollar daily chart. Man, we have been getting mighty bearish over the last couple of weeks. Now, if you want to go ahead and go down to the 1 hour chart or 4 hour or 15-minute or whatever, yeah, it looks all bad. Whatever. Yep, we're down back in the low 20s where we have historical support. We always find buyers' liquidity. Everyone panics, but then we always find some sort of floor at the low 20-cent range, and we, at the end of the day, end up making new highs. Right? Now, let's go ahead and look at the daily here. Now, again, people are going to be saying, Alex, what are you doing with these Cobb triangles, dude? They never work out. Again, don't even focus on the fact that it's a triangle, okay? Let's not even a triangle. We're not even focusing on that right now. What we're focusing on right now is this angled support. That's what we really have here on the daily chart. Right now, if you want to go to the weekly log scale, where they got on it some exchanges with more data like Poloniex, where you can date back to 2015, the weekly log scale chart, it's just the entire history of XRP price action is in one massive uptrending channel. All right, and then you guys know what happens when we do bounce the very bottom of that channel with support. As you can see here on this angled support, although it might seem like, oh, we're going down to the 15, 13 cent, oh god, we're screwed, right? But again, you see this angled support right here. The market clearly respects it here. The market clearly respects it here with the major wicking. And again, it's now trying to make another wave down to it. But, if I was a gambling man, I'd say we'd probably respect it again because we are clearly at yearly low support. And this is where we typically find, I wouldn't say, I don't think it'd be good to say that most buyers' liquidity, but yeah, we got buyers down at the low 20s range because people really know how that feels to get, nearly 5 XRP for $1, 4 XRP for $1. Buyers are hungry because no matter how many, moon boys turn bearish, disappointed that, it's not going $100 anytime soon. When it gets down to low 20s, trust me, there are intelligent people out there that do take advantage of this and remember to go back to fundamentals and actually do accumulate at these prices. And I actually do plan to accumulate today with the next Ledger payout. Because, yeah, I mean, they pay out in Bitcoin. It's like, what am I going to do? Keep that in Bitcoin? Hell no. I'm just going to convert it back to XRP. And by the way, I do have 2 friends' birthdays coming up on December 4th and 5th. I'm going to get them both some XRP. So I'm doing like a birthday XRP shopping today. So that's pretty much what I'm doing. But guys, anyways, it's like, you know what? Yeah, I mean, we've had this discussion so many times. It's like beating a dead horse. Yes, we're down in the shitter. Yeah, it's not the greatest price action ever, but really, is this the end of the world? No. You got your lows, you got your highs, you got your lows, got your highs, got your lows, got your highs, got your lows, got your highs. I mean, it's just an endless cycle of this shit, okay? I mean, after a while, it's like, there's nothing much more to say than just, you know what? If the price bothers you that much, then maybe this market's not for you. But honestly, with everything everything we have learned about the XRP ecosystem, Ripple, the freaking gigantic tier 1 trillion-dollar banks that are steering this company forward in the governing body of the Ripple Net Committee. I mean, with everything I've learned, right now, it's too much of a risk to sell. And the saying that I like to go by, which I think I did come up with, I'm pretty sure. Again, but if I didn't, make sure to let me know in the comments below. Is that, look, I'm either riding this thing down to zero. I know for 100% fact it's a loser like Enron or Theranos or BitConnect. It's either you ride it down to zero and you know for 100, not based on some numbnut on Twitter. I mean, like literally it goes down to zero. It crumbles to nothing. Okay? It's either you're going down to nothing, you ride it all the way down there and you know for 100% damn fact it's a loser, or ride it to the top. That's my philosophy with this. Selling right now, it's just, there's too much risk. With how major of a disruptor this is, it's too much of a risk to sell at these prices. But again, not a financial advisor. Do whatever you want to do your research, sell when you want to sell, buy when you want to buy. But all I'm saying is that with everything we have learned, the Federal Reserve, the IMF, the White House administration engagement, the 40 to 50 central banks they're working with, the freaking major banks. I mean, literally, Yoshitaka Kitao quotes himself, the mega banks in Japan that will be launching on MoneyTap, which will be having XRP integration. I mean, at this point, guys, at this point, why would you sell? That's what I don't get here. It's like, I understand, people, they'll still overall believe in XRP, but they want to sell up here, try to get lowered. Overall, they get more XRP. But these people coming out saying like, oh, F Ripple, oh, XRP, oh, F this, F Brad, oh, God, they screwed us over. I mean, like, really? I mean, come on, grow up. Grow up. So, I mean, really, that's all I can say about the current price action, guys. It's just, we've been through this so many times, and I feel like, the bear market before the gigantic 77,000% impulse. People love to point out the fact how XRP is just oh my God, the worst performer of 2019. But everyone ignores the fact that in 2017, it literally outperformed every single digital asset with 77,000% from bottom wick to top wick. Aside from Verge, I think Verge did like a couple 100,000%, but that's kind of more of a pump and dump scheme. But the bear market before that gigantic 5-figure percentage movement. I mean, the bear market lasted 850 something days, right? At a freaking half of a penny XRP. I mean, we think it's hard to hold now. Imagine trying to hold for 3 years at less than a penny in valuation. But you know what happened to those people that held through? My God, were they rewarded? Were they rewarded massively? And honestly, I feel like this whole scenario right here is just, this is the new half a penny, and it just sits down at this, quote, crappy price. No one likes, everyone hates it, but then at some point or another, you guys know where it's got to go. You guys know where it's got to go. I mean, we are literally talking, I mean, you guys know the whole pep talk. I mean, the level of insanity that, I mean, I can't even put this into words right now because my mind's going at like a freaking 100 miles per hour, but you guys know what I mean. I mean, these trillion-dollar banks, these gigantic central banks. I mean, everything we've learned. I don't see this, I can't see this failing. I mean, I know, I get that nothing in life is a guarantee, but God damn. If I was a gambler, man, I would bet that this is a guarantee, because it's just, how do you work with trillion-dollar institutions? And how do you have trillion-dollar institutions governing the company, steering it in the right direction? I don't think trillion-dollar banks who are actively invested in this and the company would let this fail. This is the next generation of money as we know. Okay, so moral of the story, you want to sell right now? Great, but I'm just going to say this. It is way too much of a damn risk. And if you're willing to take that risk, by all means, go for it. So, The news I have for you guys today, which again, this isn't like, all of the news for today. I will be, spending the next 5 hours or so until the stream starts, gathering up all kinds of information I can for the XRP community. Haven't done that in a while. Really looking forward to it. Cannot wait to talk with you guys in the stream again. Man, it has been too long. I am like, even with no sleep, I am still pumped for today's stream. Can't wait to get it. So, the news we actually do have for today, this is interesting. Binance adds trading pairs for the Russian ruble. Fellow Binanceans, Binance will add trading for the Russian ruble in USD trading market and open trading for, Binance coin to ruble, Bitcoin ruble, Ethereum ruble, XRP ruble trading pairs. December 2nd, 2019 at 1 So ruble deposits are now open. Users can check their Russian ruble balances and trading options. I like how they say, please note, the Russian ruble is the currency of the Russian Federation and does not represent the ticker for other existing digital assets. Now keep in mind, what did we just learn about Binance, Binance DEX, and Binance US, who the CEO of that was a former executive at Ripple, right? Binance US, they added XRP to the US dollar, and I knew they would because there's no way they'd have a regulated US exchange and not have an XRP fiat pair. Because I'm telling you, that guy CZ, yeah, you think he doesn't know that he can plug in his exchange into ODL to be servicing liquidity for banks all across the world? Yeah, he knows that. We've seen him past live streams before. CZ Binance said, hey, this was a year ago. He said basically, hey, we're not using XRapid right now. We're not working with Ripple right now, but hey, we would certainly love to in the future. What did we learn a month ago? Like this, UbriCon Ripple event. Yeah, Binance is a part of the XRP ecosystem. So now, in terms of ODL, we know there's massive expansion. Now, again, like I said earlier, this isn't some groundbreaking, just massive liquidity corridor, but again, it's a step in the right direction because now, officially, Binance added its first, not talking Binance US, not talking Binance Decentralized Exchange. I'm talking Binance.com itself, like the original Binance. They have officially added the first ever legitimate XRP fiat pair because I don't count XRP to Tether as a fiat pair because that's not going to serve USD liquidity to banks. So Binance, OG Binance has officially added XRP, the Russian ruble. So now, right there, Binance already has their plugin for their first what do you call it? XRP fiat liquidity pair. Because, guys, yeah, I know it's Russia. I looked at the data before I hopped on in this video, and in 2019, there's been like $477 million worth of remittances in 1 year, inward and outward into Russia. Again, yeah, nothing crazy. Of course, there's bigger countries with there's other countries with bigger remittance figures, right? But again, I mean, look, the communists are the commies need liquidity too, guys. Like, I know China and Russia, their whole thing is like, oh, they're all against crypto, but they kind of do want to make their own centralized versions. They can track all their citizens, because communism. But hey, at the end of the day, the commies are gonna need liquidity too. So, guys, that's just kind of the little news I had for you guys today. And you know what? Honestly, that would be pretty cool to have the first communist XRP ODL plugin, because look, yeah, they clearly say Russian ruble is the currency of the Russian Federation, but look, these commies are going to need liquidity too. Now, what's interesting though is if we're already getting liquidity into one communist country, it's like, all right, well, we got to get China as well from XRP to the yuan. So, man, guys, it's just everything's moving in the right direction. It might not be moving as fast as we want it to, again, because we live in a generation of instant gratification. That's what we all expect, but it's clearly moving in the right direction. The XRP ecosystem, the RippleNet ecosystem, I mean, it does nothing but expand every single day. And we get proof of that just from what's actually publicly released. Again, we don't really know what's specifically being discussed behind the scenes. But again, with MoneyGram recently getting their remaining 20 million of the investment, which most likely meant they achieved a milestone, which Ripple gave the rest of the investment over MoneyGram. So yeah, guys, it's moving in the right direction, but it's just not moving at the pace that people want it to. Again, the patience game. What you got to do is you got to think like an institution. Don't think like an individual. Think like an institution. For example, last thing I'm going to say, I'm going to go ahead and then end the video here. You guys remember the infamous 2008 market crash when the real estate market absolutely plummeted? Thousands and thousands and thousands of foreclosures, probably millions of foreclosures hitting the market. Want to guess who was scooping all those up? Institutions. Well, guys, that's all I got for you today for today's video, and I'll see you guys later in the stream today. Make sure smash likes and subscribe as usual. Check the links in the description if you do want to support the channel. I believe today is actually the last day of the Ledger entire site-wide 30% off. I mean, I just saw a statistic that showed that nearly 2 million Bitcoin is actively sitting in hot wallets on exchanges. I'm telling you guys, offline is the way to go. Link in the description. Might as well get it while it's discounted 30%. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning the video today. See you guys in today's stream.